After defining the source metadata, it is possible to build the initial data warehouse load process through SSIS. Refresh the metadata in BIML Studio by clicking the Refresh button in the BIMLFlex tab. The refresh process will read the new metadata from the repository and build out the model. This will populate the logical view with the staging and persistent staging tables, as well as the SSIS project and packages. Once the refresh process has finished, it is possible to generate the SQL scripts that creates databases and tables by clicking Generate Scripts and choosing Create Table Script in the BIMLFlex ribbon. A new window with the SQL script will open. This SQL file can be opened in Management Studio, or we can copy the contents over to a new query window. Reviewing the script, we can see that it contains create statements for databases, schemas, and tables. The scripts generated by default will contain drop and create statements to replace any existing tables. Once the script has been executed, the database list will include the new databases. The staging database table list will contain the staging tables. The tables will contain the columns from the source, as well as the data warehousing columns added by BIMLFlex. Once the tables are available, it is possible to generate the SSIS project with the load packages. Return to BIML Studio and navigate to the Build and Deploy tab. Choose 32-bit build if running on a non-SQL Server development environment. Click Build to start the build process. Once the build process is completed, it is possible to open the generated project from Visual Studio. BIMLFlex generates a number of projects by default. The load process for source to staging has the same name as the project defined in the project sheet in the metadata. From Visual Studio, open the ext_awlt project. The project has a batch package that orchestrates the load from the source. The package start container has an event handler for the orchestration and logging. For each source table, there is a load package that loads the table from source to staging to persistent staging. Each package has a start event handler that manages orchestration and logging. Each package has a control flow for loading the source data to staging and persistent staging. Executing the batch package will load all tables from source to staging and persistent staging. Once the load is completed, the end logging of results from the load package and the batch will be executed. This concludes the initial build of databases, tables, and SSIS packages for source to staging.